Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Once again, it's Bose 831 Gaming live on Saturday night. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, we're live on Twitch, and this is a continuation of my Farming Simulator 22 live stream series. And we're on the ELM Creek farm again tonight, and we're just gonna hop right in, picking up from where we left off on the last live stream. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, again we're on the ELM Creek farm, and this is a continuation of my live stream series on that particular farm. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you're wherever you are in your part of the world, and let's just get right to it. We have a lot of things to get going tonight. We last left off on the live stream. We were working on planting wheat on field 42, and we're going to go ahead and get that process going here now. We already have the worker in place. We have the planter loaded and ready to go, and we're planting wheat. And so we're just going to leave the worker to his devices there. Get out the way. And while that worker's doing that, we're going to multitask. I'm going to hop into my other tractor, not that one, but let's hop over to the one the tractor we normally use for yard work. Let's see if I can open the gate first. Let me get there. Open gate. Thank you. And this is my trusty brand new Kubota M8 201. And we have field 54 that needs to be rolled. So I'm going to grab my roller, and we're going to reconfigure our roller for field rolling. Right now I believe it's set to grassland rolling, because the last time we used the roller, it's when we were rolling our grass field. So we need to make a quick stop by the shop on the farm and change the setting of the roller to the grassland, the roller setting, the standard roller setting, and away from the grassland roller setting. So our first stop is the shop. Alright. And if you're new to the series, or it's your first time playing on the ELM Creek farm, and you have the base game ELM Creek farm set up, and you're wondering why your shed that looks identical to this shed doesn't have a shop in it, it's because this is a modded version of the shop, of the barn, excuse me, that includes a shop in it. And I replaced the original barn that was on the original map with this modded version of the barn that has a shop trigger built into it. You can find this mod on the mod hub. I don't have the name of the mod maker right off the top of my head, but you can search for it for this particular mod in the mod hub. But anywho, we're going to go ahead and open up the shop menu, and we want to go to switch the design to the roller design and select customize. And yes, we do want to purchase that change. Configuration has been changed. And while we're here, we might as well repair our equipment, so we'll do that. And now the roller has been reconfigured for for field rolling, so we can reattach the roller to the tractor and take it over to the field so that we can roll the field. Once again, if you're tuned in tonight, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Continue watching. We'll continue to do big better and brighter things. As my channel continues to grow, I have lots of plans for the channel, but it all hinges on your support. So keep your support alive, and that'll help to keep the channel alive, and I'll keep providing content. And if you have some things you want to see, some games you want to see me play on this channel, just let me know. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments, and I'll definitely take anything that you may have, any suggestions, any thoughts, comments, or criticisms under advisement. Alright, so for here, we're going to hire a worker, and we're going to roll this field. As you can see from the status now, it says needs rolling, but when we run over it with the roller, that status should go away. And we already have barley planted on the field. And rolling after you plant, and you have to do it right after you plant, gives a slight bonus to your harvest yield. So you definitely want to make sure you try to get your rolling in after you plant on a field. You don't want to forget that activity for sure. Alright, and we're checking back in on our other worker that's planting our wheat on our wheat field. And he seems to be doing well. He's about a quarter of a way through the process right now, and we can kind of hop out of the tractor and kind of see where we're at with the progress. This field still has weeds growing on it, and as you can see, we've already completed our planting of the wheat. The field has a needs rolling status. So after we plant, we can come back with a roller as well and roll this field. And in fact, that's what I'll probably do as soon as the worker gets finished rolling on field 54. And I just have to keep an eye on them, because in previous series, I've left workers to their own devices, and they've rolled and planted over fields that already had existing crop on the field. So you want to make sure they don't do that, because they sometimes just don't do a good job of sensing the boundaries of the fields, and they'll just keep going and going and going. So you just want to make sure that you keep an eye on them, so that you don't accidentally roll or plant over a field that's already been planted or rolled, or even plowed for that case, because I've even had scenarios where a worker accidentally plowed over a field that I had already planted. Alright, and I guess this might be an opportunity to take an early screenshot too. So let's see, let me go to the menu. We're going to hide the help window for a second, and let's go ahead and just capture a quick screenshot. That's a good one right there. And that may be the banner that I use when I put this video up on YouTube. Because typically what I do when I do these videos, they initially go up live on Twitch, and I then will compile the video and do a little bit of editing and put it on YouTube. But I don't do wholesale editing. I, for the most part, leave the video raw and unedited, and upload it to YouTube pretty much as is. I put my little banner on the front end and the back end of the video, and do some cuts where there's issues with my live streams, because sometimes, depending on what's going on with the network and with Twitch, and between Twitch and my Xbox, there's situations sometimes where the stream will randomly disconnect. So in those situations, I do have to make some edits to the videos, but otherwise I keep the videos pretty much in their entirety. But in the future, I do plan on doing some more professional content, getting me a capture card, and actually producing videos offline and editing them in more detail and more professionally, and then putting them up on social media, on YouTube and on Twitch and Twitter or wherever they may need be. But before I get that far into it, I want to make sure I have an audience established and a demand for my content. And then I definitely work on creating more content. I'm also probably going to work on adding some more additional content to my YouTube channel that may or may not be gaming related. Still kind of brainstorming on that and what I want to do. I definitely want to have some gaming content on there, but I may also produce some non-gaming related content. And we're going to check on the other worker to see where he's at in the process. We're still going through. He's about halfway through. But we're making good progress. We're almost through the first phase of the planning. We still have about a quarter of the field to go. And the same thing with the roller. He's about halfway through on this field as well. So we're about half and half with both situations. And while the workers are going there, I'm going to check to see if I already taken care of my horses, so I don't need to ride the horses for today. So once we finish with our activities on both fields, okay, we'll be ready to advance to the next day. Alrighty, this worker is out of fertilizer, so we need to go load this planter with fertilizer. And I don't have a tender on site, so we'll have to drive back to the main farm, into the main farm silo to load fertilizer into the seeder. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so we found the seed. And we're going to go to the fertilizer silo and start filling fertilizer. We're still good on the seed, but I'll just go ahead and top it off since we're already here. Let's see. Well, it's not giving me the option, is it? Alright, it's not giving me the option right now, so I'm not going to stress. We're just going to go back to the field and pick up from where we left off. Alright, so we want to do turn on seer. Make sure we lower. I can't even see if it's raised or lowered. Let's see. Lower seer. There we go. And we should be able to proceed and turn the worker back on, and we should be in good shape from there. And we're back in business until we run out of fertilizer again. rate that we're going through fertilizer in that process leads me to believe that we're probably going to run out of fertilizer maybe 2 more times before we finish planting the entire field, but we'll have to see how that progress goes. But while we're here, I guess we can go ahead and talk about some of the things that happened in the World of Farming Simulator since my last live stream. The big news this week was that Giants did release some fact sheets for the VMware DLC pack, and you can go to the main Farmer Simulator website to view those fact sheets, but they basically released information about some of the equipment that's going to be part of that DLC pack, and you can go to the Farming Simulator website to find out more information on those particular pieces of equipment. There were 3 fact sheets that were released related to the VMware 605N, the VMware BPX 9010, and the VMware R2800. And this is basically all baling equipment. So, but definitely go to the website to find out more additional information on that new equipment that will be part of the VMware DLC pack. And I guess the other thing we want to touch on is new and notable mods for the week. For me, I guess the biggest new and notable mod was we had a Backroads County map that was released this week, and that one's by FSG Modding, FSG Tasman, and it's really it's a map that's loosely based on it's a fictional U.S. and North America based map, and it's a really good map. I haven't had time to really do any testing on it, but I have looked at some of the YouTube videos on it, but it looks like a nice map, and I do plan on spending some time in the next week or so kind of loading it up and taking it through the paces and doing some testing on it to actually see it for myself. But everything I've read up on and I've seen on it now, it looks like a really good map. Cool features of the farm: it has 5 pre-built fully customizable farms, it has 2 cow pastures, a BGA, a line by point, it has woodland for forestry, a sawmill, 33 fields, 7 productions, and it's even precision farming ready. So it's a really cool map, and that's really the only big mod I think I really want to touch on this week. But as always, you can always go to the in-game mod hub to find out, what's been released to the in-game mod hub for that particular week. Alright. And we're almost done here on field 54 with our rolling process. He's got probably, looks like about two and a half more passes to make, and then we'll be done. And then what we'll do is we'll take him over to field 42 and have him do the same thing on field 42. And then once we're done there, we'll be done with everything that we want to accomplish for day 2 in September, and we can move on to day 1 in October. And October is going to be a very busy month on the farm because we have a bunch of fields that will be ready to harvest in October, including field 50, which is our corn, field 41, which is our sugar cane, 53, which is our sunflowers, and 55, which is our sugar beet. And the crazy thing here is all of these particular fields that I'm going to have to harvest next month all require special equipment and different applications. For 41, I'm going to need a sugarcane header and a sugarcane harvester setup. For 50, I'm going to need a corn harvester setup. 53, a sunflower setup. And we can basically, if you get the right header, you can use the same header for both of these applications and the same harvester. So this will all be one piece of equipment. But 55 with sugar beet will require a separate piece of equipment because there's a separate setup that's required for harvesting root crops, which is what the sugar beet is. So we have all those things to consider that's coming up for our crop harvesting that we're going to have to do in October, and each of those applications are completely different. Okay, and it looks like our workers saw fit to miss a whole entire strip of field over here. So we're going to need to deal with that. And looking at our worker as well, it looks like we're about to run out of fertilizer again. So we'll just go ahead and hop in, and he's missed a lot of spots. You see there's a spot he missed there over to your right. So this worker is just all over the place. I don't know why he's missing so many big sections of the field. It's totally unnecessary. We'll address it before we do anything else on this field, though, to make sure that we don't have any missed spots when by the time the field starts actually growing. All right. And looks like our worker with the roller operation is done, and that's awesome. So we don't have anything else we need to do here with field 54 at the moment. So we can go ahead and bring this tractor over to the field where we're planting our wheat at right now, and have it staged and ready to go to roll that field once our worker finishes planting. We're going to bring this tractor over there now, so we'll have it staged and ready to go to roll field 42 when the time comes. And I could have him roll the field right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we finished our planting operations before I do that, because the worker has missed a couple of spots, and I just don't want to have him rolling the field until the field has been completely planted properly. So that way I don't have to backtrack when I roll as well. Alright, and this worker is about to run out of fertilizer. And once he does that, we'll go ahead and reload, go back to the main farm. Alright, he's out. Pick up some more fertilizer and pick up from where we left off. The tractor's way over there, so we'll just go this way. Okay, now we got the cover to open, huh? Alright, so we refill the fertilizer. And now we'll head back over to field 42 and continue our planting, wheat planting. And we're taking the long way around because we got that tractor in the way. That's no big deal. And since we're already here and I'm already driving, we'll go ahead and do it this way. So I do a lower seeder, turn on seeder, and I'm just going to go ahead and touch up the spots that the worker has already missed. So that's less things that we have to worry about coming back over and redoing it. So get that spot. And then we're going to drive up here. Let's see. This other spot that they missed. And also plant in that area as well. So let me get the tractor lined up. Alright, little cedar. Alright, lift. So we touch up the spots that the worker missed previously. And now we want to get the tractor lined up so that we can continue planting. Keeping in mind that we have the seeder set to fertilize and plant at the same time. So we want to make sure we're touching all of the area that we missed when the worker ran out of fertilizer as well. There we go. And now that we got that issue somewhat resolved, we can also get this worker going. So let's go ahead and unfold the roller. And the roller doesn't require any additional configuration, so you can just kind of lower it and just start plugging away. So we're going to hire a worker for this task as well. But I'm going to keep an eye on this worker because I don't want him to go too fast, because rolling is a faster process than seeding. It won't take this worker much time to catch up with our seeding worker that's doing the seeding right. And this would probably be another opportunity for another great screenshot, but I'm thinking I'm okay with what I have already, so I don't think I'm going to do another one right now. And hello, if you're just tuning in, Bose831 Gaming, live on Twitch, Farming Simulator 22, ELM Creek Farm. We're doing farming operations right now. in day 2 in September, and what I'm doing is we're both planting and rolling on my wheat field. We just got through rolling on my barley field. That barley field's already been planted, and now we're in the process of planting and rolling our wheat field. And I have workers working on both tasks, but I'm monitoring the worker that's doing my rolling. And while we're at it, let's take a peek and make sure our cedar is still doing all right. And the cedar is still doing well. I'm probably going to run out of fertilizer before he finishes this job. So there's probably at least one more load of fertilizer I have to add to the cedar before we can get through the entire field. And as you can see, the rolling is a little bit faster. The worker that's running the roller can run at a rate of about 9 miles an hour. Now the planter is a much slower operation. Let's see once this guy gets turned around what his rate of speed is. Alright, so the worker's got the tractor and the planter turned around, and he's got it started. And so they're also moving at a rate of about 9 miles an hour. So this cedar is not as slow as some others, so that's actually not such a bad deal. So they're both moving at about the same rate of speed, which is a good thing. And in fact, you could probably argue that the cedar is moving faster than the roller right now, which is interesting. Alright, and just to go ahead and kill any shenanigans with this worker, I'm just going to go ahead now on cedar and kind of dress up the edges of this field so that we don't have any issues with this worker when he gets to the edges of this part of the field. So turn on cedar. Alright. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do a headland at the bottom of this field so that when the worker comes through at the bottom, he doesn't run into any major issues trying to get turned around. We're going to eliminate that piece of the puzzle altogether. In fact, we'll just run it straight across, like so. And just kind of tidy that section up in a bow. Alright, come back through one more time. And why is that? That looks like stones. Why that is stones. I don't know why there's stones there, but I'm not going to stress about it. Something I can't address right now anyways. And hopefully it's just a visual glitch, but it's still a bit annoying to know that there's stones on the field, in any part of the field. But anywho, I'm going to turn the worker loose here now. And he should be able to finish off this field now without any trouble on the front end or the bottom, on the top end or the bottom end. And meanwhile, the worker over to the right that's operating the roller should be the same scenario with him as well. No issues. But when he gets to the part of the field where the angle is more extreme as well, I may have to take over and handle that part of the field manually, or at least do a headland for this worker as well. Yep, and as you see, we're down to 30% fertilizer, so we will definitely have a refill before we finish planting this entire field. Let's just see how far we get before we run completely out of fertilizer. And when I go to refill the fertilizer, I definitely want to stop the worker with the roller, because otherwise the worker that's operating the roller will catch up to the worker that's operating the planter, because the planter won't be operational while he's going to get the refill. Well, let's see, at 21%, let's see if he'll get all the way through this pass before he runs out of fertilizer. Just gonna watch that closely because I'm curious if he'll get through. 18%, that's about the halfway mark. 17%, 16%, 15. Okay, yeah, so he'll make it down this strip. He's gonna run out on the next pass. Yep. Looks like it. He'll be down to what, about 8%, I think. No, 10%. I was figuring he'd be on about 8 before he started to turn around. Did better than I thought. Alright, so now he is going to get turned around. And that's, if I owned the field adjacent to this field and had crop destruction turned on, that might be a problem, although the AI workers don't create crop destruction, which is a good thing. Alright. So he should run out of fertilizer on this pass, but let's see how far he gets down before he actually runs completely out. 4%, 3%, 2%, And 1%. And that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. And we're out. So I'm going to stop this worker momentarily while we take this worker to go get the cedar refill. Alright, we're back at the main farm, and we're just going to grab some fertilizer and then get back to it. Alright, start filling, fertilizer's filled, and that should be the last load of fertilizer we need for our planting operation on our wheat field. Let's get to it. So we're headed back to the field. And we want to get to the point where the planter stopped as it ran out of fertilizer. Keeping in mind that there were a few meters that were unfertilized before the workers stopped the process. So we need to make sure we get some fertilizer down in that little patchy area that was missed. So turn on cedar. Lower cedar. And that should be about it. Alright, so now we can hire the worker. Alright, and we're back in business. And we have precision farming on this map, so as you can see, we're getting a variable seed rate and all of the bells and whistles that come with having the precision farming enabled. Alright, so we're almost about to wrap this up. We got this last strip of field to get our planting down on. And I forgot to reactivate my roller guy, so let's go back to here, hire a worker, and get that guy going again. Alright, so now we're back in business. It's good things all around. There we go. Our planter is done. So that job is complete. And field 50 has wheat planted on it. So we can go ahead and take this, set it back to the main farm and unload our leftover product. Alright, so here we are at the main farm, and I'm just gonna bring the seeder over in this area right here and just unload everything. And we're just gonna park the seeder in this spot right here for now. I don't think we'll need it for any other purpose, but before I let it go, just want to double check. Since the Massey was used for some work today, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's getting its maintenance now. So we're going to go over to the garage and do some maintenance. Open the workshop, repair, and repair. Yes. Alright, let's check on our worker that's operating the roller. He's just about done as well. And let's hop over back to the main farm. And again, we have leftover seed and leftover fertilizer, so we're going to take care of that issue now. Take a handy dandy TLX 3500, and we're going to grab the seed first. Leftover seeds. There we go. We got about 1,710 liters of seed left over. And we're going to just drop that right back into our main farm seed silo. There we go. Alright, next up we're going to take the leftover fertilizer, pick that up, load that to the tipper, and drop that out to my fertilizer silo. And we're all good to go there. Alright, so we're just about done with everything we need to do today. Just waiting on the guy the worker operating the roller to finish his job, and we'll be done with all the available jobs that we needed to take care of for today. And just peeping in on that worker. He's still got about maybe 2.5 more passes, and then we'll be done here. So let's just hop right in and just watch him work. And again, I just want to point out, I touch on this in some of our previous streams, just how good this game looks, even on console. I know that if I was on a PC and on a high-end PC, you could probably squeeze some more graphical fidelity out of this game, but on a next-gen console, Xbox Series X, this looks really good, and I just can't, get over how good it looks. And again, 19 looked good, but to me, 22 just looks so much better as far as the graphics. Okay. And now you can clearly see the stones I was referring to. I don't like that. That's not a good look, but definitely not anything that I can attack right now. Alright, and as you can see, we're just about done. We'll have one little small strip here, and the worker should notice that and try to get turned around and just deal with that last strip. And looks like he's got it under control, so let's just kind of watch him do his thing. I'm gonna go a little bit radio silent here and there, but I'm still here, and we're still live, and we're still rolling. Once the worker finishes this little strip, the field should be just about done. There's a couple of little sections that I think he missed there on the angled edges of the field that I just kind of want to run over myself just to make sure that we actually got everything. Yep, and there you go. You see the worker lifted before he was done. So we definitely want to make sure he gets the entire field. So let's go there. Roll over that edge and roll all the way across the bottom edge of the field just in general to make sure we got it. And that's it. That's what we're looking for. Alright, so we're done rolling. We're done planting. So our wheat field is ready to go, and now we're just going to step back and watch the field grow. Watch that crop grow. I should say, not the field. Alright, so we're finished with all our jobs for now. So we need to do some maintenance on our equipment. I'm going to try to roll this. If I can, let's do it this way. That's just doing too much math there. Come in from the front end so that we don't have to try to squeeze our equipment in there. Let's get enough of it in there where the shop can see me with my vehicle and its attachments. Alright, so we got it, and we just want to do repairs all around where the repair comes up. Alright, So all our equipment is back in tip-top shape, other than of course the cosmetics of the dirt. But the conditions of the cosmetics do have an impact on your sale price of your equipment. And painting your equipment is very, very expensive. Alright, so we're done with the roller for right now, so we can go ahead and put the roller away. Put it back in a garage for storage until we need it again. Alright, close the gate, and we're done with the M8 for right now, so I'm going to go ahead and park that tractor back in the shed because we won't be needing it right now. When that time comes again, this baby needs to be ready for duty, so close that gate. Hop over to our Massey. And bring it over to its home. It's the same deal, open gate. Alright, we can close gate there. Alright, that's everything we need to take care of for today. So let's first of all make sure we don't get stuck with a lease that we no longer need. So I want to go to my leased items, select the cedar that I leased, and return that back to the shop. And now we're ready to move on to brighter, better, and more exciting things in the crazy, wild month of October. So we're gonna hit the sleep. And as always, we're going to start the day off with our primary farm operations. Start off feeding the chickens, filling, barley. circle back around, drop off the leftover chicken feed. And again, we use barley instead of wheat as chicken feed because barley is the most cost-effective chicken feed when you consider a lot of different factors, including the sale price. And, right, so we want to do the seeds now. Again, if you're just tuning in for the first time and wondering, okay, what's going on? My greenhouses don't take seeds. This is another mod that I have installed on this playthrough. These are modded greenhouses that produce additional output but require inputs. And for this particular set of greenhouses, they require water, seeds, fertilizer, and manure. Alright, just making sure I'm in the right spot when I hit the dump trigger. If you wonder what I'm doing here. And I'm just trying to hit all of the fill points. Water, when you're unloading water does this automatically, but for whatever reason the dump trailers are not automatic, so you have to go through manually and go to each trigger point and do the whole dump thing. Alright, so let's check to see how we did on dropping off the seeds. Taking a peek at my greenhouses, and we're checking the seeds value. Alright, looks like we did a good job there, so we don't have to make another pass, so we can unload the extra seeds that we have. Alright, and we're done with the seeds, so now we can pick up the next ingredient in the recipe. So the next ingredient is manure. And you're probably like, okay, where do we get manure from? Well, you get manure from your own animals on the farm. And we have cows and pigs on the farm that will supply us with the manure that we need. So let's go get that picked up right now. Start with the pigs, start filling. And there you go, 100%. Take that back to the main farm, and let's see how we do. Alright, back at the main farm. And same process that we did earlier, except this time we're doing it with manure instead of seeds. And again, it's because I don't know exactly where the trigger points are, so you're just making your best educated guess. And that's why I'm just going to dump in front of every set of double doors. And again, we're just trying to make sure we hit all the right spots here. And hopefully if we did this right, then when I go and take a peek at my production chains menu and we check out manure for each of the greenhouses, they should all show max capacity or very close to it. And looks like we're good there. So again, good job. I got them all on the first try. It doesn't always happen that way, so that's definitely a good thing. And we're done manure for right now, so we can take our leftover manure to our mini BGA so that it can be processed into gestate electricity, methane fuel. Alright, so we're taking the excess manure to the mini BGA. Just drop that right on in. Alright, so while we're here doing this manure operation, we're going to pick up all the rest of the manure that we have available on the farm right now. So let's go pick up the manure from the cows and from the pigs. Pigs. And we'll drop all that off into the mini BGA as well. And take a peek at our production chain menu. And this time we're going to take a peek at the mini BGA. And manure is activated, and so we're all good to go. Next up in the farming operations is water. Alright, bringing the TLX back to the main farm. And we're going to drop off the dump trailer and attach the liquids trailer. Boom. Since we're here, we'll just go ahead and top it off. Alright, trailer's full. We'll wait for the trigger to pop up. And now we're refilling with water. Just want to note again, the water works differently than the dump trigger for whatever reason. The water trigger will activate automatically once you pass the trigger point. With the dump trailers, you actually have to manually initiate the process. Alright, let's see how we did on the water. Alright, checking the greenhouses again under the production chain menu. Looking at water, water should be close to max capacity, which is roughly about 20,000 liters. And just quickly strolling through all of them. Greenhouses, we're good to go. So, draw off the water tanker and move on to the next steps in the process. Alright, we're going to get the dump trailer back attached to the 3500. Alright, and we're good to go there for now. We'll hop over to our JD 6500R. Attach the blower. And head over to our cows. And give them some straw. And as you see, the cows use quite a bit of straw. And we'll do the same thing with the pigs. Alright, and we'll drop that trailer off. Excuse me, drop the blower off. And grab the pig feed trailer. And I don't know why the trigger didn't pop. Boom. And drop off our pig food. And again, the pigs are young right now, so they're not going to consume that much pig food. But that'll definitely increase as the pigs get older. Alright, I'm going to drop the pig feed trailer off. And I'm going to hop into my my front loader. And we're just gonna drop off some bales and our TMR mixer for the cows, and we'll then just call it a day from there. First bale. I'll just take a single for right now, just not make it too complicated. But we could drop bales in here until we have it all maxed out. It's really just a matter of preference. Drop this bale off here. And it should disappear. And we'll bring 2 more over and should get the same result. Alright, we'll drop these 2 bales off here as well. The silage portion of the mix, and those 2. Took those 2. Next we'll grab 1 straw. And we should only need 1 straw. I don't think we need more than 1. And then we'll do 2 hay. So we got the 1 straw, drop in, like so. And that one is consumed in the mix. And we'll grab 2 hay and put it on here. And we can get started on our harvesting operations. Not gonna try to make it that complicated today. But because we have the center stack at the top, we're gonna have to do these one at a time. Drop off that 1 hay and grab 1 more. Maybe I should just grab both of them just to make it an even set of bales to grab when I come back in on the next day. Yeah, I think this will work. because even if it doesn't eat them both, it'll still be there. Grab that last one. Get this thing spun around. Alright, make sure we got the bill on the fork. And away we go. Drop that one off, and that'll be it. And looking at our numbers, hay is 83, silage is 91, straw is 98. Alright, so we're good to go. Now it's time to address how we want to do our harvest operations. Alright, first on the agenda, field 41, sugarcane. Let's hop over here by way of our horse barn so we can get a good look at what we're facing here. As you can see, this is our ready to harvest sugarcane. And as you can see, if you go up to the crop, it says growth, remove foliage. So we want to hop right into our shop menu. And there are a few different ways we can handle this. If we go to the sugarcane technology menu, you can see the different pieces of equipment that we have. And I think I'm gonna try something I haven't done before, just for experimentation purposes. Let's see if this will work. The first thing I want to do is go to forage harvesters. And we're going to utilize a mod that we have. This is the John Deere 8000 series mod. And what is this? Configuration middle pipe, long pipe, short pipe. We'll do the middle pipe, default pipe, wheel branch Michelin, wheel substandard, engine setup. Let's do the most powerful engine just in case so we don't run into any power issues. And we'll do lease. Yes. And then we want to go to sugarcane technology, and hopefully this won't bite me in the butt. That's a ball hitch. Is it a pin hitch or a ball hitch? We're about to find out. Alright. Lease. That's $5,000. Hopefully we got it right. Let's see. So let's hop over to the shop. Yes. That's what we want. But I forgot one crucial element in the mix as I was sweating whether that would work. We have to get the proper header. And so we want to go over to forage harvester headers. And we're again looking for a mod. And we have to find it here. Where are we? There it is. And this is another mod that I have that allows the forage harvester to be used to harvest sugarcane or poplar. And this is the XSX 903 sugarcane or the XSX 900-3 poplar. But in this case, we're gonna utilize the sugarcane version of the header, and we want to lease that. So let's get that back in there. We're gonna swing it all over to it. Alright, so in theory we have everything we need for this configuration to work. But this is my first time trying any of this setup, so we're still kind of rolling the dice on everything, but let's see if it'll work. So we're heading back over to our sugarcane field. And if I did this right, when we extend the pipe should sense the trailer and be able to dump sugarcane that I harvest into this trailer. Sometimes you have issues with the pipe not seeing the trailer because of the height of the trailer. But we'll see here in just a moment if that will be an issue with this particular trailer. Alright, so here we are in a sugarcane field. Alright, we gotta take the wide turn. As you can see, we got all kind of issues here with the way this thing turns, the way everything swings. We're gonna make it work. Alright, so let's get this configuration turned around. We need to make our headlands first, so we're gonna unfold the harvesting header. Lower harvesting header, turn harvester, pipe out. Turn harvester. Let's see if we can go. Yes, and that's what the doctor ordered. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this could make the sugarcane harvest go much faster than it would using normal base game equipment. And that's what we're shooting for here. In fact, this is going at a much faster rate than I anticipated. So this here is going to be getting everything turned around. All right. So yeah, that's really coming out much better than I expected. It's exceeding expectations. This is going to allow me to really quickly get through sugarcane harvest, and it makes sugarcane harvesting, that's even on a large field, less of a chore. So this could change. This is a little bit of a game changer as far as if you're going to do sugarcane fields and you're worried about how much time it would take to get to harvest. And it probably had the same impact on doing poplar fields. So I may even rethink that, because poplar is one of those crops or fields that I don't really do too much with in Farming Simulator 22, and I've never done that much with since I've been playing the game, and in part because of the equipment and the time commitment involved. Alright. Got that. And unfortunately, due to what we had to get taken care of tonight, we've taken up more of the stream on other activities instead of our harvesting activities. We're still going to make better time on some of the harvesting activities than I anticipated, thanks to this revelation that I have with this this little configuration I have going here for my sugar cane harvest. And I'm very happy with what we have here and the results being produced here. Alright. And that's the max for this trailer. So we lift. Oops. And attach. And what I can do is I can grab one of my tractors. So just do the massing. And have the tractor there to come do the haul logs. So I'm gonna grab my massey. Bring that tractor over. And first of all, let's see if it has enough juice to even pull that particular load. Let's see. Alright, so I'll bring that on around. Let's see, back it right in right here. And boom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Love it, love it. Alright, so we're gonna haul this load off to our sugarcane factory. And this is a game changer as far as sugarcane harvesting goes. I'm really loving this. In 19, doing sugarcane work was one of my favorite crops. In 19, I know a lot of players of Farming Simulator are not fans of harvesting sugarcane, but I actually like doing it and actually planted it on a lot of my maps when a lot of players don't usually have it as one of their go-to crops, just like potatoes, sugar beets, and a lot of the root crops. I never really minded doing sugar cane because I think it's a really neat process and I love the animations and so on and so forth. Alright, over here, let's see if we can get this load and unload process going smoothly. Can't get the tipping situation here resolved. Let's see if we can get it. Nope. Why can't it see the trigger? Don't like that. So there always has to be a catch, right? Yep, There's always a catch. It should just dump right in there. I don't think it's full, is it? Let's see. Go to production chains menu. Sugar mill. Nope, not full. Why can't you see me? All right. It's not showing the trigger, but it is allowing me to dump. Weird. All right. I don't understand that. But we were able to dump the sugar cane. We got, and that's really all that matters right now. I guess if it wasn't accepting, it wouldn't allow me to dump. So I guess we'll just have to go with that. I wish it would give me a visual indicator as well. But as long as it works, we'll just go with the flow. Different functions in this game could be extremely quirky, so sometimes you just have to roll with the quirkiness of the game. All right. Alright, so that's our first load. Let's hop back into the harvester. Turn that bucket back on. Get the trailer hitch back up. Get back to it. Alright, it should be a quick deal. Just taking into consideration your load and unload times, because you're going to fill the trailer up pretty quickly at this rate. And that's the only real drawback with doing it this way, is you're going to make a lot of trips. And the size of your fields, it's not going to take you long to fill up a trailer. That's right. But there are different ways you could address that issue. You could have bulk trailers out on the field that you could have this trailer jump into and then haul off can harvest from the field using the bulk trailers that have even larger capacities. I'm still just really impressed with how this is going. I'm not expected to have the sugarcane harvest to flow tonight. So this is an unexpected surprise and in a good way. Because normally harvesting sugarcane with the base equipment is much more of a slower process because of the width of the harvesting equipment and the rate of speed at which the equipment goes. So here we are. And as you can see, it didn't take us long to get another full load of sugar cane. So here we are yet again. With another load to haul off. So bring the Massey back around, pick up the trailer, and we're off to the grain mill. Dump off our next load. This is going to be our sugarcane harvesting process in a nutshell. But again, it's still impressive to me that we're going this fast, because this would normally take up a lot more time. And the main thing we want to do here in the month of October is make sure we get everything done that we need to do while we're in October. And that includes everything from harvesting. I don't think we have any planting cycles in October, but definitely harvesting cycles. Alright. And that's what I was afraid of, is once we max out, we start piling up on the top. So now I need to press that. Alright, so what's wrong? Piece of equipment, because we actually have a front loader now. So let's go hop into the front loader tube. Attach that. So it looks like the rest of the way tonight we're gonna be selling the remainder of our sugarcane harvest. As the sugar mill is filled to capacity, and we don't have any other sugarcane sale points on the map. I don't believe. We'll take a look at the menu in just a second. Sure. Alright, let's go to prices. Sugarcane. Oh yeah, actually. First thing first, we're gonna deal with the extra sugar cane I have at the sale point. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna grab my front loader. And we're gonna go pick up clean up all of the spillage. Okay, why don't you want to pick up? Alright. Why you being temperamental? Alright, so we got some of the spillage, but not all the spillage. Alright, let's bring the trailer back around. Going to be doing from this point forward. It looks like it's just hauling this off to a particular sale point. Alright, so bring the trailer right there. Pop back into the front loader. And just drop that right back into the trailer. And that's going to be a little cleanup operation tonight. But this is still cool. I'm still very happy with what we got going here. This is still exceeding my expectations. Oops. Just gotta get you to behave properly. The difference between the load and the unload, I know it's not perfectly smooth, but you gotta work with me. Alright. Looks like we got it. Unload. Boom. Alright, so that's all we needed with the front loader. So we could bring the front loader back over to our other field. And just looking at the time, how time flies when you're having fun. This is where we're going to have to end it at tonight. We'll pick up here when we come back in on the next episode. We still got a lot of harvesting activities to do. So just stay tuned. We'll get it all knocked out. And like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to support me. I'm Bose831 Gaming on all the major social media platforms. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe to our videos. This is Bose831 Gaming on Twitch, Bose831 Gaming on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the major social media platforms. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Everyone have an awesome evening, day, night, or whatever the time may be where you're at in your corner of the world. And I will catch you on the flip side.